Welcome back to the We Are T1D podcast. My name is Mike, and that guy over there is Jack.
Hiya.
And this is going to be a special episode as I'm going on holiday and we need to record 2 in 1 week. So we've done a questions and answers episode. Me and Jack put up a story on our Instagram and loads of you submitted your questions. I mean, loads.
Yeah, we've got too many.
Yeah, we're a bit overwhelmed, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been mad.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Thanks for getting involved. We love it. And this episode wouldn't be possible without you, so thanks again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right, so how it's going to work is me or Jack's going to read out a question, then the other person's going to answer, and then the person asking the question is also going to give their input if they have one. I think that's fair, yeah?
Sounds good to me, mate. Who's going to kick it off?
You can. Go on then.
We're going to jump straight into it.
There's so many you can't pick, look.
No, there is loads. There's loads. I'm looking at the list now and I'm scrolling and there's just loads. Oh, there's more. There's 2 chats.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, wow. Right, I'm just going to, just literally, my finger is going right there. Right. What are foods you avoid?
Pizza.
Yeah, definitely pizza. I've not had it yet.
Yeah. I don't know if it, sometimes I'm like, let's order a takeaway. And I say, should we get pizza? It's always Amber that goes, it messes you up. So, but yeah, I avoid pizza. It's something I haven't had in ages.
No, when I went to London the other day, I was we walked past the Pizza Express and I looked in and I was just like looking at Zoe because we was just like walking around trying to find somewhere to eat lunch. And I was looking at Zoe like, shall I? She was like, it's your choice. You do what you want to do. Like, I'm supportive either way. So I was just ummed and ahed for about 5 minutes and went, nah, let's go and get a Burger King.
Fair enough. All right, next question. This one's actually for you. Jack, is there anything you don't weigh?
Yeah. Not really, nah, to be honest. I don't weigh cheese.
There you go. There is something.
Yeah, well, nah. Anything that contains a good amount of carbs, then yeah, I'll weigh it to absolute exactly what the portion size is supposed to be.
But that's why your control's so good as well.
I like to think it is, yeah.
No, it is. I was speaking to Amber about it today and she was like, look, Jack cares more than you. He weighs everything. She goes, you guesstimate everything you eat. I'm like, no, not everything. Some things have labels that are easy to read.
Yeah. See, like even earlier when you said about the slices of bread and you said they're 17 grams each. See, my bread, I know for a fact the bread that I get is 15.4 grams each slice.
Yeah.
But you put the slice on the scale and 9 times out of 10, so 2 slices would be 30.8 grams normally on the packet. 9 times out of 10, 2 slices is about 84, 85.
Oh, well, okay. But this is why I always inject extra for bread.
Yeah, I think my breakfast every morning, as I say, is the porridge with the toast and that. And I think my breakfast roughly every morning, depending on what the bread weighs when I get it out of the packet, is in between sort of 55 and 58 grams of carbs.
Okay.
And I always inject 6 or 7 units depending on how morning glory's coming into play.
Do you know what I just randomly thought?
What?
You know bread, if you cut the crust off, it's lighter. Does that mean it's lower in carb?
Of course it is.
Exactly. So a good bread for a diabetic would be crustless bread.
Yeah, essentially, I suppose, because crust is going to take longer to digest than what the actual fluffy bit is, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to put this theory to the test.
I might do that because I eat bread like every single day. I might actually give that a go as well, mate, and see what happens.
Well, in the morning when you have your toast and porridge, just cut your crust off, weigh it, cut your crust off, and see how much the weight goes down.
Yeah, well, you know what? I really like eating the crust though. It's the best bit.
Yeah, I do like the crust as well.
Especially when it's toasted.
Yeah, with melted butter.
Put a toastie in the air fryer.
What?
Have you ever made a toastie in the air fryer?
No, I use a toasting machine.
Oh, but yeah, I've got one of them, and I've got a panini machine as well. But trust me, just butter the outside of the bread, like
Mm.
quite a generous amount of butter, and put it in the air fryer for about 5-10 minutes, but flip it over 5 minutes, flip it over, and then give it another 5 minutes. Oh my God, bro. It's so crispy.
Oh, I suppose it's like almost like fried bread, yeah?
Yeah, it is. It is exactly. It's the same texture, the same crunch, the same. It's beautiful, bruv. And if you get the butter to fry ratio correct, it's something special, bruv. I'm telling you. Even I've tried on the last 3 or 4 minutes, just sprinkle a little bit of cheese on the top of it,
Mm.
so you get cheesy outside of the bread.
See, we need our recipe book. Right, next question, Jack.
Yeah. Next question. It's not a podcast this week. It's questions.
Yeah. We're gonna waffle though. You know what we're like.
I've this one just stood out to me straight away, and I think it's aimed at me more or less. I think where it says, "Does diabetes make you insane like Mike?"
Thanks to whoever sent that.
Do you know what? I actually think everyone with type 1 diabetes is a little bit insane. I think you have to be to live with it.
Yeah.
In your own little way, everybody has a little bit of insanity inside you.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got a bit more than most by the sounds of it.
Oh yeah, not well. I'm not sure. There is millions of diabetics out there, but I don't know many that will just rage bolus 4 units and crack on with it.
Oh, I'm never gonna live it down. Do you know what? I
But
actually
you're still
raged
here,
2
bro.
today,
You're still
to be
here,
fair.
so you're obviously doing something right. You're still here.
Somehow, mate. Somehow.
The yums that save you.
Oh my God, there's actually a question. Has Mike actually ever pre-bolused? What the fuck?
Have you?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna answer that one. Right. Yeah, I have. The longest pre-bolus I've done is 30 minutes, and I still spiked after, so it don't work for me. I think I've been diabetic so long I'm resistant.
I have to leave about 30 minutes in the morning, but any other time during the day, it literally 10 minutes, 12 minutes at maximum, and it's starting to calm down.
Well, it's like today, innit, Jack? When I said I done my breakfast, how quick did my insulin work?
Yeah, straight away.
Literally, that's
So
crazy.
what is that? What is that? Did you was that on a pre-bolus, or did you just whack it in when you was eating?
Oh, literally as I was eating, mate.
Oh,
Sometimes I can't decide what I want to eat.
You said you was active at work though, innit? So obviously the more active you are, then the more insulin sensitive you are, innit? Sure, it works like that.
Yeah, I think that's right, yeah.
Because I've noticed it before. If I sort of like eat my lunch at work, and then I always sit down for about 10-15 minutes after, once I've finished eating, just to let everything start going through my system. I found if I go back to work too quickly, my insulin just kicks in out of nowhere and shoots me back down into a hypo.
Oh, okay.
It's not the carb counting. It is, well, I don't think it is anyway, but it must be the fact that I'm so active with the active insulin in my system. It just makes it work quicker.
Active with active makes double active, doesn't it? So
double active.
Double active. All right, Jamie, do you want to ask a question?
Is it Jack?
Yeah, have to talk into the mic. Like, so from about there, pick a question and then ask Jack.
Is exercise good for diabetes?
There we go. Right, he's going to answer now.
Well, we better. So I'll answer the question. Well, see if he's giggling. Answer my question, Jack.
Yes, I'm answering it. All right, give me a chance.
No.
Right. Yes, exercise is good for diabetes, I find anyway. It helps with my insulin sensitivity, it helps with my metabolism, it helps with my mental health.
It helps with a lot.
It is. It helps with a lot. It gives you that feel-good factor, even though it don't feel good when you're actually in the gym doing anything.
I don't know. No, I feel good while I'm doing it.
I don't know. Sometimes I hate myself. I think, what are you doing to your body?
Really?
Yeah, but I find that's the days that you push yourself a lot more, because you're pushing yourself to find more motivation. I don't know whether that's just me or whether someone else like goes through that. I'm not sure, but I find the days you're not feeling it, like you're going in the gym, like, or you're going. I haven't been to the gym for ages, but I come home and like I'm looking at my weights, like, oh, do you know what? I really can't be bothered. But then out of nowhere, you just sort of like force yourself to do it, and it makes you feel a lot better because you're looking back and you think, do you know what? I done it. I said I didn't want to do it, but I done it.
Yeah, it gives you that feel. I feel good while I'm doing it. Getting the motivation to actually do it though, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, do you know what? It's hard. I really need to start thinking about joining an actual gym because
home is for relaxing.
Literally the first thing I've got it in my head every single day. When I'm driving home, I'm like, right, I'm gonna do this when I get home. I'll get my training stuff on. I'm gonna get my resistance bands out, or I'll get my gloves out and hit my boxing bag for like half an hour or whatever. As soon as I get in, put the kettle on and sit down.
Yeah,
it's just like a reflex. It just happens. But in regards to helping with diabetes as well, I find a walk straight after a meal, not straight after obviously, but like give it half an hour or so and then go out for a little 10-15 minute walk. Usually if you're eating something that you know is going to spike you up, that will prevent, if it don't prevent it, it will sort of slow it down, like a big spike. Sort of like if you're like the other day, I knew when I was like, prime example, I was in London and I had the Burger King. I knew that would spike me up because it's just full of crap. It's crap food. Crap food always makes me spike. Basically, that just goes to show why it is not good for you.
Yeah.
But because I was walking, I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna have it. And then we walked for about half an hour, 45 minutes, just all that around the shops and doing little bits and jumping on and off the trains here and there around London. And I think I spiked up from about 6 to you can't even call it a spike. Like maybe 8, 9, and then it leveled back out again.
It's like you said last week, the little rise.
Yeah, little rise. Yeah, it's like it prevents that. So yeah, I'll find exercise is really helpful for me anyway.
Yeah, no, it is for me. The best I felt was when I was very active in the gym, and even doing this step challenge, I feel better. So
yeah, I told you'd catch the bug for walking, bruv. It's nice, man. Obviously, it's not very fun when the weather's like this, but it's nice going out for a walk, man.
Yeah, well, when this podcast is out, I'll be walking beaches, so I'll be very happy.
Oh, nice. All right, should we jump into another question? Let's go into, what's the last diabetic moment that made you proud? That's a really good question.
The last diabetic moment?
The last diabetic moment that made you proud.
Ooh, still alive. I didn't do a rage today. I done a correction. Like,
you actually waited? Now. You actually waited the hours? You didn't stack your insulin?
No, I waited, and I've just done 2 units just to correct my high.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, me and Amber had a big talk yesterday. Like, I got, she said like I express myself a lot on the podcast about how I'm feeling. But I don't do it with her because talking to people helps, but talking to someone you know makes you feel weak sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
So I've kind of just got to drop my pride. So
yeah, I 100% get that, man.
But yeah, that's my moment. What's yours, mate?
I don't know really. I'm gonna say, do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say yesterday.
That was the last proud moment.
Yeah, that was my last diabetic moment that made me proud was actually yesterday because I sat in the middle of the Emirates Stadium watching the Arsenal game, and I injected in front of 65,000 people.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, I remember you messaging me. Yeah, that's definitely, mate, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was, as I say, I didn't really, I've said it before on the podcast, I don't really suffer from them, like, sort of things like, I don't really worry about that, but even, I was looking at Zoe, like, I really need to eat, I'm starving. So I was just like, I need to do an injection. So I sort of, not and ahed, but it was just like, a bit like, there's a lot of people here, man. It's a bit different just doing it in the middle of a restaurant and in the middle of a football stadium.
Yeah,
but
true.
I literally just pulled my pen out, pulled my top up, stuck it in, squirted, pulled it out, job done. No.
Sorry.
Oh God, I realised what I said then.
It's fine. I didn't take it further. I just giggled.
Yeah. I done that. And then Yeah, do you know what? Nobody even backed an eyelid. And on the way home, I had to do my long lasting whilst I was on the train.
Was the train busy as well?
Yeah, it was not busy, but there was a few people on there. There was about 3 or 4 people literally sitting dead opposite me on the train. And you obviously know on London Underground, they're quite close together.
Yeah. Did they watch or did they just not bat an eyelid?
So I didn't really realise, but Zoe did say that one of them sort of stared over, looked for about 2 seconds, and then just carried on doing what he was doing. Like, they didn't really care. But I had a pair of shorts on, and obviously I do my long lasting in my fires. So I literally just pulled my shorts up, put the needle on the pen. There you go, bosh, 12 units, job done.
Yeah.
So yeah, yesterday was a big moment for me, man.
Oh, well done, mate.
Thank you.
Right, next one. Amber, do you want to read a question? Amber's going to read. I'm going to get everyone in the family reading the question. This is the list.
Which ones have you done?
Just read one and then she's
I know
giggling.
which one.
Does your dick pretend to be cold when your sugars are high?
Does my what?
Question.
Does your dick pretend to be cold when your sugars are high? I'm guessing, does your dick shrivel when your sugars are high?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? To be honest, I've never really noticed because I'm never high long enough for anything like that to happen.
It can happen. It has happened to me.
It goes all small in there.
So yeah, like when it's cold, it kind of just like fuck. I want to get warm.
Yeah, it goes back in. It's like a
But
turtle.
what it is, actually, there's probably science behind it because when you're high, I'm pretty sure your arteries get smaller. I think it is. So there's less blood flow. Oh fuck! I nearly dropped my phone.
That's very weird.
Yeah. So it can happen. Not that often, but it can happen, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's one experiment I won't be taking part in.
No. Kind of makes you want to stay in range a bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm definitely. I might set my alarm at 9.
I'm setting mine at 6. What are you talking about? My lows are 5 and my highs are 6. There you go. I ain't moving.
Yeah, that's it. Just going to be stuck there with a needle all day, just doing corrections.
Yeah, I ain't raging no more. What do lows do to it? Oh my god.
We found out in the podcast.
Oh yeah, it just drops. Wait, Jack, I swear there's a question for you about this. Oh yeah.
Oh, there ain't, is there?
Has Jack ever had a different kind of biscuit to help with sex?
Do you know what? I have actually. I've got I'm trying to think of the word. A variety of snacks in my drawer next to my bed. I've got some tuck biscuits. I've got a few fruit shortcakes. I'm sure there's a couple of custard creams in there somewhere.
Oh, we did a bit of cream for the bedroom.
Definitely tell people listen to our podcast, can't you?
Right, there's another one that relates to this subject. So
so this Q&A session is meant to be all nice and light, and I'm just getting harassed.
It's only because it relates to this situation. It goes, so lights on or off, if you know what I mean.
Depends on the mood, mate. Usually lights sort of light off, but bedside table on.
Oh, okay, so you can find your biscuits.
Yeah, exactly that, bro. You've got to know where your tucks are. Is there any more people?
Yeah, I've got another 6 here, mate. 2 6.
Have you? I bet you have.
No, you can see the list. There ain't any more, I don't think. There's too many to read through, but...
Right, I'm going to... Let's pick one. Right, what one's standing? I'm scrolling through, and whatever one looks appealing. Right, here we go. What signs to look out for when a friend is hyper?
Oh,
that's a good question again.
That is a very good question. Signs to look out for.
What are your signs? What happens to you?
I become hyper before I go hypo. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you do.
So,
I know
I get
you
very
do.
silly and giggly.
Yeah, and you don't stop talking.
Yeah, and the waffles, I get the massive waffles, and but then I hit a stage. At work, they say I'll go very pale.
Yeah, I got pale as well,
and I will go very spacey as well. And if you ask me a question, I will just stare at you like, "Are you even talking?"
Yeah.
Or I'll just agree. They'd be talking and I'll just be like, yeah, just nodding, pretending I know what the hell they're going on about.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Just like I have not got a clue what you said, and I can't be bothered to ask you to repeat it because I'm still not going to have a clue what you said. So yes,
Yeah.
just smile and wave, boys. Yeah, my signs are pretty much the same as you. I go pale, I don't go hyper. I go very dopey.
Yeah, that's my stage after.
Yeah, I have nothing functions.
So I have my like 3.6 low when that's when I go a bit hyper. But as soon as I hit like 3.2 or 3, it's totally different.
Yeah. That's I've tried to explain that to a few people before. The difference it is between say 4.3 to 3.6. It's such a small margin, but the difference that you feel in your body is mad for me anyway, personally.
No, it is for me as well. But even at 4.2 sometimes I've been that dopey low.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've just all of a sudden felt so weird, and there's something wrong. I feel low here. So you either look at your sensor or you scan, and then you're like, I'm only like 4.4 or 4.3 or something like that, but I feel terrible.
Yeah, no, it's something you can't really explain. You only have to experience it.
Yeah. It is hard to explain to people that can't experience it. Yeah. Pick a next one, Mike.
Do you have tattoos as a diabetic?
I have tattoos, not loads, but I have quite a few. But I wasn't actually diagnosed before I had any of them.
Yeah.
So I might have possibly had in the very, very, very early stages where it was not even detectable. I could have possibly had tattoos whilst I had diabetes, but I just didn't know about it.
Yeah. No. Well, obviously I got tattoos as a diabetic. Yes, they're all right to get. I didn't have any problems, and I even tattooed myself. So.
I remember when you done that.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite curious about that myself because I want to get I've got like a half sleeve on my left arm, and I've got most of the filling done on the top half. I just need the clouding and something else to fit in around it to finish the sleeve. But I was just, as I say, I didn't know what was going to happen. Is it going to affect me?
No, it's all right. The only thing that you have to be careful of is going hypo while getting it done. So make sure you have sugar before you get it done, because it's because your body's going through a trauma, so you will drop, or some people will raise.
Do you know what? Saying that, I don't know how many people that are listening to this have actually listened to every single episode, but I'm sure it was like episode 1 or 2. We was talking about our diagnosis, very early stages, and I mentioned that I've had symptoms for years and years and years ago, but just never had anything checked out. I never thought anything of it. When I had the tattoo on my back, stupidly enough, that says my own name.
Yeah.
I went hypo. They had to stop. I went all clammy. My skin was sweating. I started having that hypo feeling, shaky, no energy, all your glucose has gone out your body, you're drained. And the tattoo artist even said I was clammy to touch, sweaty. Obviously, he knows the signs. And he said to my dad, who was there with me, I need to stop because Jack's going to faint. And he told me to go to the shop next door and get myself a bottle of Coke and have a break for 10 minutes. And it's exactly what I'd done. And I felt fine afterwards. But until you mentioned that, it's never actually clicked in my head.
No.
I don't know whether that's a coincidence or
no. It happens to a lot of people, but
that was the only time it ever happened. You know what I mean? I've never I've got all my tattoos on my arms and my legs and on my back. So that's the only time that happened. So yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, but and the healing time, it can take a bit longer if you're diabetic. That's about it.
Yeah, I've noticed that with cuts on my hands anyway.
But if you get a tattoo with really bad control, you higher risk the chance of infection as well.
Okay.
Because high sugars weaken your immune system.
Okay.
And that's why I haven't been that ill since getting the sensor.
Yes.
I've just realised that myself.
Yeah, I suppose because you're more in control.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm actually controlling, shall I say.
Yeah. I've just been scrolling through looking at other questions and I've just clocked one and I'm sure that this is from my wife because she said this to me yesterday whilst we was out in London. And it's, if you ever get caught in a nuclear war and you went to your nearest underground station, would your sensor still work? She asked me this in the tube station yesterday.
That's more of a factual question. Would it still work? So, Freestyle, Abbott's is the owner of Freestyle, isn't it? Abbott's, will it work?
As I say, Zoe asked me this yesterday, and I explained to her that it works off Bluetooth. Bluetooth doesn't need a signal; it is generated by your phone.
But
So
wouldn't the nuclear part of the war would also fry the phone? No.
Yeah, possibly. But then that leads me on to B. If there's a nuclear war, that means there's no pharmacies left. Yeah, so that means no insulin. So if my sensor not working is probably the last thing I'm going to think about.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'd have them high sugars and just run at them. Sod it.
Oh man! All right, now
I
that's
am
a good
the
question
T1D
though.
warrior.
Yeah, my shield and sword and an insulin pen.
Yeah, just jab them up. No, don't jab them up. No. Right. Does cinnamon cure diabetes? That is a very good question.
No, it's not a good question. No, it's not a good question. It's a stupid question.
It is a very stupid question.
No, cinnamon does not cure diabetes. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here eating cinnamon.
No, yeah, so would I actually. I love hot cross buns, and I'll tell you what, I've experienced a lot of Easters.
Oh,
and
yeah,
obviously, I eat my hot cross buns.
I always eat
And
hot
do you know
cross
what?
buns.
They haven't cured me. They make me go high.
Yeah, they do me as well. Actually, they're very nice though.
Yeah, I love a hot cross bun.
Yeah, you
Toasted
got.
with butter. Oh,
Oh yeah, about half a tub of butter. Spoon. Don't use a knife.
Yeah.
Use a spoon.
do you know what? Just dip the hot cross bun in the butter pot.
Yeah, just take the butter pot with you and like just scoop it out of the pot with the. So yeah, cinnamon does definitely not cure something that is dead and useless.
Yeah, I'm waiting to find the question: does insulin cure diabetes?
Oh wow.
Someone actually said that the other day. I just, do you know what? I blocked him. Yeah, mate, I'm not dealing with questions like that.
Oh, I like it.
Like, because they're not diabetic to ask that question.
Nah.
They're just some dickhead.
Oh,
But oh
mate.
well. I always have a rant about someone. Or
You
something.
do. You have to have a rant, don't you? That's why I'll just let you get on.
I feel better when I say it though. It's my vent. It's my vent. That's what it is.
Right. I've just found a really good question actually, and it's is if there was one thing you could change or add to your life to make your life easier with diabetes, what would it be?
One thing I could change.
Yeah, if you could change or add something to your life to make your life with diabetes easier.
It would be a working pancreas.
Yeah. You know what? You get a clap for that. That is such a clever answer, and that never even crossed my mind to say that. But yes, that's exactly what I would change. My dead pancreas.
But if other than that, I would change how I was as a child. Like as a teenager, just getting it. Not a teenager, a 10-year-old, sorry. I would change how I was when I was 10 years old and getting diagnosed with diabetes.
Yeah, because you was very rebellious, weren't you?
Yeah, I was so rebellious, and it is a regret, and I don't like having regrets.
Do you know what? I've just spotted a question. I'm going to ask you first, Mike, because now you've just said that.
Okay.
If you could tell your young self you would end up with this life, what would you change then to now?
Well, I'm trying to find a question to read it, because if you could tell your young self you would end up with this life, what would you then to now? What would I have changed? I would have changed my attitude.
I suppose, yeah, it's hard for you to answer that, really, because you was diagnosed with it from so young, wasn't you?
Yeah, but I know growing up, my attitude was disgusting towards it. I was just down. I still get down, but I was just really down as a kid. Just wanted to be normal.
Yeah.
So it would be my attitude, and to know that I can live with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Yeah, I'd tell my young self it's okay.
Yeah. That's actually quite nice.
Cool, that gets your brain going, that one.
It does. I'm sitting here trying to think like because obviously I was only diagnosed when I was 31.
Yeah, what would you have told yourself last year, Jack?
I don't even know, mate. I'd live my life a little bit more, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Actually live my life to its full potential instead of waiting for something drastic to happen to make me realise how short and fragile this life is.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
It is very deep. I realised I went really deep on that once I started talking, but that's the truth, really. I would have enjoyed myself a little bit more because now I know I still can enjoy myself, but I'm nervous about everything, and everything takes so much preparing and so much like planning.
I've just seen a question. I need to read it and answer it straight away.
Go on.
What do you find extremely difficult that most people find simple? Eating.
Yeah, literally leaving my house.
Eating.
Eating. Going to work.
It is like to be the perfect diabetic, you can't just eat. You need to look at that food. You need to inject pre-bolus. You need to wait for that insulin to start working to actually eat what you want.
Yep.
To be that perfect diabetic, which doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Right, let's go. Yeah, sorry, that one just really was glowing. But
should we? I've just found a little positive one. So let's go. Let's go into that one. Let's move away from the deep stuff.
Yeah.
In 8 months and 25 years, what's been a big achievement for you on your diabetic journey?
Accepting diabetes and then starting this podcast with you.
Yeah, I was just going to say exactly the same thing, starting the podcast and sort of turning a negative into a massive positive.
Yeah, so as soon as my control's there, I'm really thinking these days that would be a big achievement.
I know how motivated you are. I've known you for so many years. I know when you put your mind to something, Mike, you do it. You're exactly the same as me. You're a very goal-driven person. I know you will do it. You know you will do it.
Do you know the problem, though? I can be a really selfish person, but I prefer to help other people. It's like with my design work. Like, I'll push myself to get that done. Maybe some days I am lazy, yeah, but I just want other people to be happy with what I'm doing. It's kind of like, I suppose it is the big achievement. But I like praise. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I get that.
If I don't get praise, I don't feel like I don't know, maybe I was like maybe my mum and dad were just like, oh, you're really good, Michael. Well done for doing that. Oh, well done, Michael. Maybe I had that as a child. I don't really remember that, but maybe I got that. But when I get praise for things, I will push more to do that because I know I'm doing good.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But if you don't hear anything, it's like at my job. I know I'm amazing at what I do. And it's like the other day I had a meeting and they said, you're the best at doing what you do. So that's like them saying you're amazing, so keep doing it. So now like I push myself and I'm getting even more work done because I got that appraisal.
Yeah.
But if they didn't say that, I feel like they don't give a shit. Why am I even trying? Like if what I'm doing ain't making a difference, why should I bother?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm
getting deep again. Why has that question gone deep?
I don't know. It was only asking about what your biggest diabetic achievement is.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, did you mention yours? Yeah, you did, sorry.
No, I didn't. I didn't even get to talk.
You did. You said the podcast.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did. Yes, you did.
I did. Pick another one. We'll get away from the deep stuff. Come on.
Right, I'm gonna find something.
We'll have a few more and then we'll wrap it up.
Oh, here you go. This is a fun one.
Go on.
If you had to describe your diabetes as a movie, which movie would you choose?
Oh, Titanic.
Is that because your name's Jack?
No,
Don't die, Jack.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's going to sink in the end, isn't it?
No, come on. You can do better than that.
No. That's a really good question because I am a proper film guy as well.
Yeah, so am I. I thought you would say something like Rocky. Like you get beaten, but you still push to succeed.
You're getting deep again. It's a very deep metaphor.
Oh my God. Yeah, but my one's even better. I thought of my film. Mine is Final Destination.
Why is it that?
Because I'm going to die in some cool way. It will be something like, because obviously being diabetic, you think, oh, your diabetes will kill you. It won't be. It'll be something totally random, like Final Destination.
Yeah, something mad.
Yeah, that's not even deep. That's just funny to me.
I'm still trying to think of an actual something that I could like match it up with.
Right, I'm gonna think of another film. The Terminal.
I've never seen it.
What, with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Where he's stuck in the airport for days because his country's at war.
I think I know the concept of it. He's stuck in an airport, but I've never actually watched the film.
Yeah. And then he can finally go home right at the end. It's like just waiting for everything to be okay and then realizing it's going to be okay.
Proper deep again.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, bro.
Right. I've got another one. It's Gremlins, okay? Don't eat after midnight.
Don't eat after midnight.
There we go.
Oh, God. Oh, that was funny. I'm gonna say Terminator, and the insulin pen is Arnold Schwarzenegger. This come with me if you want to live.
Hasta la vista, baby. I want a burger. Give me a burger.
Don't start that. Don't do it. I didn't want to do it. Just don't start that.
Okay.
Right, this is
Okay,
I've just found
on.
one more question. I've just found another one. How do you build a scone? Jam first or cream first?
I cream it and then dip it in jam.
You know what I do?
Because sometimes I don't want the jam.
Yeah, I was just about.
And then if I want the jam, I'll dip it in.
I don't have cream or jam. I just have butter.
The cream is the butter, isn't it?
No, cream is
No,
cream.
the cream's the
like,
thick, creamy stuff, isn't it? Like extra thick.
clotted cream.
Yeah. Amber, do I like clotted cream?
No,
Because you've been with me for 15 years. But I don't know, and I've been with myself for 36, so actually, valid point.
Don't lie about your age.
Jamie just said I'm 32.
I'm nearly 32, bro. It's scary.
I've been 32 for the last 4 years, according to Jamie.
I'm still 25, really.
Aw. Oh, this is a good one, Jack.
Go on.
Where do you see the podcast in 5 years?
Ooh,
Everyone watch.
it's a good question. Do you know what? I do see us just post.
Wait, that is a lot of episodes.
That's a lot of episodes, man. What's that? One a week? Is it 50? Is it 52 weeks in a year?
Yeah, so that's 260 episodes.
What a year?
No, 260 episodes for 5 years.
Yeah. Sorry, numbers. Yeah. I have too many
Considering you weigh
numbers.
stuff, Jack, you are shit with numbers.
When it comes to adding and things like that, I'm good, bro. But it's just, I don't know. My brain.
Multiplication.
I'm checking my sugars. I'm 11. I'm 11.7 going straight up. So yeah, there you go. That's why I can't focus.
Oh, wait, there's another question for this. Oh, wait, where do we need to answer first? Where do I see the podcast in 5 years? I see it being on episode 260.
Yeah.
And hopefully we have some sort of sponsorship.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. Well, I hope it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I can't see it ending anytime soon.
No, I ain't stopping whether we get sponsorship or not, mate. Like I said, we've always said, like, we haven't done this for anything like fame or anything like that. We literally started this because we wanted to just have a rant
Chat.
every week.
Because we're diabetic and we can't just go down the pub and drink and talk, so now we have a whole podcast to just talk.
Exactly. Sorry if I sound funny like I'm away from my microphone at the moment, but I'm doing a live correction.
Oh, have my sugars come down? Oh, I'm 8.6. Hey.
I've just stuck in 2 units, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I done 2 units and it brought me down to 8.6 from 12. Wait, that would be the bread though. That would be the complex bread. It's because you have to split for bread, isn't it?
Yeah, see,
I was so anti-split.
I never have to split for bread.
Anti-split bolus, but now it's bread don't like me.
I never have to split for bread, but
I can only eat bread and wraps and that when I'm active.
I don't
If
know.
I'm not active, I can't eat that sort of stuff.
I don't know what's going on with me today. It just my body just don't like insulin.
That's been me for the past month, mate.
I think it's because I was out of my routine yesterday, so I was throwing everything out. But hopefully by the weekend, I'll get back in track.
Yeah, I've started to get a little hard lump on my belly as well. It's pissing me off.
Do you see when you inject? Do you pull the needle out and like rub your belly?
No.
I always do that. I don't know why. I've done it since I was in hospital, and as soon as that needle comes out, I sort of not put pressure, but where the needles come out, I just sort of put my finger and just like rub in little circles to work the insulin. I don't know, it's just something I've had in my head, and now I always do it.
You just give it a little rub.
Yeah, sort of like just few little circular little motions, anti-clockwise.
I have weird habits when I inject. I'm gonna tell you them. Right, so I have a habit of, when you squirt the 2 units out.
Yeah.
I will squirt it where I'm about to inject.
What, on your belly?
Yeah, on my belly, on my thigh. I will literally squirt that area. And I swear it acts as like a numbing agent. Like in my head, it acts as a numbing agent. And then I inject. But then sometimes, when you've injected, I will start spinning my flex pen round while the needle's still inside me. I'm waiting for all of it to come off.
I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah, it's just it's weird. It's bizarre. I'm actually curious if anyone else does that. Please contact and let me know.
Yeah, I've like, you just give it a little twist. I've done it a couple of times, like sort of twisting it around, and I'm looking at myself, and all of a sudden I'm like, the fuck are you doing? Like, you've got a needle in your belly, bruv, and you're spinning it around. Like, allow it, man. Like, just leave it alone.
I'm glad that one ain't just me.
No, trust me, I've done it a few times. Injecting on the train yesterday, that was quite fun.
Oh, that would be a bit bumpy as well, wouldn't it?
It was very bumpy. My leg bled, obviously, so I stuck it in something that I shouldn't have.
Where did you put your leg?
In Start taking advantage of me when I've got high glucose, bro.
Well, I was high at the beginning. Maybe that's why I went through my deep stage. That's how my brain goes when I'm high. I'm very weird.
You just want to calm down.
Yeah, I'm very insecure and emotional when I'm high.
I just get very tired.
Oh, I get that angry.
And
I get that tiredness and anger as well.
Yeah, I'm angry at everything. Like, you ask me what I'm doing tomorrow, and I'm just like, shut up, not now.
But
just leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm either the angry or the very insecure and depressed. So when I'm angry, I don't get all them weird thoughts in my head. But when I'm not angry, I get the weird thoughts in my head.
Yeah, that's strange. I've had sort of like the depression. That because it's just, I hate being high, man. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Considering I lived 20 years being high, I don't know how I did.
Nah, neither do I.
Maybe I weren't that bad, but
I don't know how I am, but married you.
I don't know. I don't know how she deals with me, to be honest, mate.
I don't know what. I don't know how my missus puts up with me, bro. Sometimes I annoy myself.
I didn't hear a word of what you just said there. All I heard was...
I said, I don't know how my missus lives with me either. I annoy myself.
Yeah, I annoy myself. It's okay, though.
Yeah. Should we carry on with these, or should we save these for another day? Because there's still so many.
Right, let's do another 5 more. Right, let's try and quickfire them. Right, so what are the signs of diabetes? Signs or symptoms of diabetes? So that's the 4 T's, Jack, yeah? What are they?
So you've got toilet, thirst, thin, and tired.
Correct.
I had all 4 of them.
I had a really bad stomach cramp. Episode 1, guys, go listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, probably someone came first in the chicken. All right, guys? That's how it works. Right.
Oh, mate.
Oh, this is a good one. How do you deal with ignorance towards diabetes or diabetics?
I'd just say 2 simple words. And you can beat this out if you want. Fuck off.
Yeah, I try and educate people.
No, well, it depends on what context.
It depends how they are ignorant.
Yeah, if you're an idiot, then you're getting told, like, Illuminati man. Yeah, you're getting told fuck off.
Yeah, we got him sacked out of Costa. No, we didn't really. Bloody diabetic coffee banter. What is that, mate?
Innit? No Illuminati created diabetes.
Right, next quick fire. I'm literally flying down the list. Is erectile dysfunction common in male diabetics? Yeah, it is actually.
If your levels drop, then yeah.
Erectile dysfunction's through bad control. So it's if you're running high all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it fucks up your blood vessels.
Oh, I really hope this correction kicks in quickly.
I'm happy to say I've never had the problem, even though I ran high for many years.
No,
and I'm 36.
I've never had that problem. apart from the other way.
Right. Do you manage to treat hypos with a good amount, or do you over-treat and face the facts?
No, I'm usually pretty good. I wasn't before we started this episode because my wife bought me a new treat and I ate half a bag of Maltesers and now I'm paying for it because I couldn't stop. But I'm usually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually really good. I used to be terrible. I'd eat a whole bag of Tang Fastic. I still can't say the word.
Tang Fastic.
I'd eat whole... Yeah, them ones. I'd eat a whole big bag. We're not talking about the fun size. I would eat a whole bag. But these days, since I found Lift glucose, mate, godsend.
Yeah.
I now just take what I need.
I should have had Lifts instead of Maltesers, but I wanted some Maltesers.
Fair enough.
I'm going to pick the last question because it's just come up to me and it's a pretty good one for a last question. What are your top 5 hypo treats?
Number 1 is Lift. Number 2 is like a fruit juice, apple juice, mango juice. Number 3 would be them Haribo softies that I was on about one episode.
Yeah.
Fizzy worms as well, and then a yum yum.
Yum yum.
Yeah, it's in my top 5.
Nice.
Even though it's extremely slow, but it still gets you up.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I'm going to say Lifts again for number 1 because they're always go-to for a hypo. Number 2 is a little baby can of Coke. Obviously, my famous baby Cokes.
Baby Coke. Yep. I won't sing, sorry.
Number 3 is like a juice carton. Number 4, I do like me biscuits, as everyone knows. So I do like a fruit shortcake biscuit, purely because of the fact I've just had it in my head since I was firstly diagnosed with, because they've actually got sugar on top of the biscuits, they will act quickly. And to be fair, they usually do.
Yeah, no, that's good. And it's got the carb to carry it over. So yeah. Yep.
And number 5, good old Haribo's. It's got to be.
Wait, you didn't even say yum yum.
No, because I don't use them to treat. I've never used that to treat a hypo.
Oh, I do.
I never do because I know it's going to take so long and it's way too much.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, it didn't say your favourite 5. It said your top 5. Okay.
But yeah, that's my 5. I do like my Haribo's.
Yeah. Oh, and this one easy. What doesn't exist but should? A cure.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of research going on, so we can live in hope that we may see one in our lifetime.
But the stem cell research is supposed to shorten your life, so.
Yeah. See, would you if a cure would take 10 years off your life, would you take the cure?
No.
Nah, neither would I. No way.
As long as I was well controlled. If I was like terribly controlled, like mood swings all the time, like sometimes I am, then I'd say, yeah, give me the cure, just to give everyone else peace, like that cares for me.
You're getting deep again.
But if I was well controlled, then yeah, I wouldn't bother.
I wouldn't bother. I've said it before on our podcast. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm going to enjoy myself.
I'm trying to be here for both, mate, to be fair.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would be nice if we could be here for both. But it's, who knows? Who knows what's written in the stars?
That was quite a good song, actually. That was Labyrinth, wasn't it?
Tiny Temper.
With Labyrinth.
It was featuring Labyrinth on the chorus. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right, should we wrap it up, Jack?
Yeah. It's been
I can't be asked to do the other 50 questions.
No, we'll leave that for another week when one of us has gone on holiday.
Yeah, it seems to be a good filler episode. It's actually good.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining us, people, this week. Apologise, it's not our usual chatty podcast, but we hope you enjoyed it.
I don't know, they might like it more because we stayed on subject.
It's not haywire. Told ya, insanity. It's what We Are T1D is, just insanity.
Yeah. Our conversations are like my levels, all over the place.
Wow. On that note, thanks for joining us, and we will see you back to normal next week.
Yeah. Right. See you later, guys. Oh, and follow us on the socials.
Yeah.
And all that malarkey.
Yeah, you know what to do. And Guess the Carbs will be back again next week.
Yep, it will. Bye, people.